So, if you had the chance to pick any driver from Formula One history, who would you like to battle on the last lap of a Grand Prix and why? Any driver from history.
Mm, I don't know, to be honest. I would like to have a battle with my dad in the last lap because I'm pretty sure that we won't finish the race. So
Yeah, he was a
yeah, I think
fierce racer. Yeah, he was.
yeah. So I don't think we will cross the line. So that's a funny fact.
Yaklaşık 1-1,5 yıldır bazı aralarımız olsa da Formula 1 ve diğer sporlar üzerine videolar hazırlıyorum. Bir Formula 1 pilotuyla röportaj yapmak tabii ki aklıma gelmezdi ancak bu fırsat haftanın başında oluştu. Özellikle Max Verstappen gibi genç jenerasyonun belki de en yetenekli, en heyecan verici pilotuyla bu röportajı yapmak benim için büyük bir onur. Bu konuda bana güvendikleri için ve beni tercih ettikleri için de Mobil Türkiye'ye ayrıca teşekkür ederim. Sizlere de bitmeyen desteğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Aslında burada bir nevi bir rüyayı gerçekleştirmiş olduk. Tabii odaya girmeden önce çok heyecanlıydım. Pandemi şartları sebebiyle röportaj Zoom'dan yapıldı. Yan yana gelemiyorduk. Bu uzakta olma durumu işte bağlantıdan tutun kayıt almaya kadar birçok şeyde insanın üstünde ek stres yaratan şeyler. Çünkü bu dünyada yapmak istediğiniz son şey herhalde bir Formula 1 pilotunun zamanını çalmak olur. Şimdi ekranlarınıza Max Verstappen'le yaptığım röportajı getiriyorum. İyi seyirler dilerim. Hello Max, how are you?
No, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm just going to make a quick introduction about myself. I have a YouTube channel about Formula One, and I kind of present the hardcore Formula One fans in Turkey. So I don't get millions of views, but I get 10,000s of views, and people will be very excited about this interview. So
All right, looking forward to it.
yeah, first of all, welcome to Turkey. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just going to start with something that I'm quite interested about, let's say. This is your sixth season in Formula One. You came to Formula One at an age of 18, where a lot of legends, former legends like Lauda, Hunt, and Gilles Villeneuve just started driving four-wheelers. They literally started driving at that age. And now you have won 9 Grand Prix. You became the youngest man to race in the Grand Prix. You became the youngest man to win a race. How do you handle all that pressure, man?
To be honest, times they change as well. You see in every sport that at least they start younger. So for me, there is not really a big thing in that. It's I think also the way you get prepared from a young age, and again, you see that in every sport, everything becomes more and more professional. So for me, there's not really a lot more pressure to it. I mean, I love what I'm doing, so I was just very happy to be a part of it.
Okay. So to me, in my eye, you are the most exciting driver on the grid right now. And from 2015 to 2020, which area of your driving has improved the most, do you think? Could be something mental, could be something related
Yeah,
to
I think
drive.
it's just general experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think just doing more races and stuff, experiencing good things, bad things, in racing, it makes you a better driver at the end.
Okay. Back in 2019, last year, especially mid-season, you had exciting battles with Charles Leclerc. And you also have a known rivalry with Lewis Hamilton as well, with him having the advantage of a faster car most of the time. Fans are really happy to see this, and I'm curious about who's your favorite rival on track.
I don't think I have a favorite rival. That's why they are rivals.
Okay.
But no, it's as long I'm fighting for the top positions. That's for me the most important, and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day against who I'm fighting.
So, if you had the chance to pick any driver from Formula One history, who would you like to battle on the last lap of a Grand Prix and why? Any driver from history.
Mm, I don't know, to be honest. I would like to have a battle with my dad in the last lap because I'm pretty sure that we won't finish the race. So
Yeah, he was
yeah,
a
I think
fierce racer. Yeah,
yeah. So I don't think we will cross the line. So that's a funny fact.
he never had the never had the chance to drive fast cars except for his first year at Benetton. But he was a real fierce racer, especially when it rained. I remember those days.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but yeah, I always find it difficult to pick someone, to race against. There are so many good drivers of Formula One, past, present, but I would still go for my dad because I know him. I know how he races as well. So
Okay, that's a cool answer. So, due to pandemic, there won't be a crowd, but the people here missed their race. The last race was held in 2011. How do you feel about coming here and racing in Istanbul?
yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's a very cool track. So yeah, just in general, looking forward to it. To get started. Of course, it's a big shame that the fans they can't be a part of it, but yeah, I think it will still be a very cool event.
So this year you guys have visited many older tracks like Imola, like Estoril, and this is kind of a difficult thing, I think. The track surface will be new, the teams will lack data, and I've heard from the team that you guys have the track on the simulator, although none of the racing sims have it. So how do you prepare for such a difficult race? You never
Yeah, I
raced
mean,
here, right?
you just drive on the simulator, try to find a little bit of a setup and ideas, how to start a weekend. But of course, with the new tarmac and stuff, it's always going to be a little bit of a question mark. So it's important to once the sessions they start, that you do a lot of laps, and you can understand a bit more what direction you have to go into. So hopefully we'll have a smooth day, tomorrow.
Okay. Would you prefer coming here prepared or non-prepared? I'm asking this because this adds an element of surprise.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we are quite well prepared. Yeah, just need to learn the track a bit, but I don't expect too many issues with that.
Okay. I'm going to ask you another question about the track. We have this famous turn 8 with multiple apexes. The first race
Yeah.
here held back in 2005, a lot of cars went wide. Literally everyone went wide there during practice, either during practice or qualifying or race. Do you have anything specific to say about that corner?
Well, I think the cars now we have more grip, so I do think the corner will be flat out, but it's still a very special and unique corner. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice one to take also in the race, because you have the G forces for so long that it's gonna be a good one for your body.
It's also counterclockwise, so you're turning to left all the time. So it should present a challenge.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we also, I think, prepared well enough that that at the end of the day shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. This question is actually quite important because in Turkey we lack the facilities to develop racing drivers. So, but lately people have started developing an interest about sim racing. I know you're a sim racer, and I know Ayhan Can quite well. He's like the
Yeah.
best racing driver, best racing success in Turkey. So, racing sims are always improving in terms of realism. So is the hardware. My question is this: can sim racing ever replace real life seat time?
I hope not.
You hope
I
not,
hope
okay.
it will be two things, but yeah, it's getting, let's say, more and more realistic. But of course, I hope it will never replace the real driving, because the real driving, there's a bit more emotion to it. It's sitting in a real car, having the real speeds, the real G forces and stuff. So I just hope that it's a good alternative, and also a good practice tool for the real drivers, but also in a way for the sim drivers to be really close to the real drivers and actually, find a way of competing against each other.
But do you think through sim racing, can you really develop a driver?
Well, I think you need a bit of real life experience as well, because if you're just a sim driver, you don't really have the G forces feel. You don't get scared, or you don't feel, if I hit the wall now, it's gonna take me a few hours to repair the car, stuff like that. Or like in sim racing, you just press restart and you have a new car. Where in real life, of course, sometimes that's a bit different. So there are a few different aspects to it. I think a sim driver can become quite quick, but you also need real life experience to be really fast.
How does mobile support your team during the race weekends?
You know, I think it's a constant search of performance, and I think, you know, together with ExxonMobil, we've done great research and really found performance in the fuels and oils, you know, in the car to make it to make at the end of the day a difference in lap time. So we're working really well together, and it's really exciting, you know, to see also what's coming for the future.
So the last question is about the Turkish fans or followers. What would you like to say to them? And also, what do you know about Turkey in general? What do you like
Well,
about Turkey,
I see
maybe?
that they are very passionate about Formula One, you know, in terms of responses when you post a picture. So I'm really happy to be here in Turkey, and I hope, of course, that the fans are going to enjoy it a lot that we are here. You know, we'll try, of course, to make it an exciting race, and I still need to learn a bit more about Turkey because it's the first time for me in the country. So hopefully soon I'll have a bit more time to actually, you know, properly visit Turkey.
So I wish there wasn't a pandemic and you would get more chances to do some sightseeing and stuff, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
that
it
would be
is, yeah.
great. But hopefully next year.
Yeah, that's about covers it up. Do you have anything to say, anything to add?
No, it was good. Good questions. So I like it.
Okay.
Good one.
I hope I didn't make a fool out of myself because I was quite nervous and excited.
No, all good. All
Okay,
good.
cool. Aslında bu röportajın iki ayağı vardı. Bir diğer ayağı da ExxonMobil'in yağ sorumlusu, Red Bull takımının bütün yağ ve yakıt operasyonlarından sorumlu olan Sean Dunnett'tı. Ancak Sean Dunnett garajlar bölgesinde yaşadığı bir Wi-Fi problemi yüzünden röportaja dahil olamadı. O yüzden birazcık kısa kestik. Sean'a soracağım sorular vardı. Max'le beraber bazı soruları ona ortak sormayı planlamıştım. Ancak Sean sağ olsun bu sıkıntıya rağmen sonradan vakit ayırıp bize, o çok yoğun bir de yani garaj bölgesinde, tahmin edersiniz ki otomobiller hazırlanıyor, sorulara detaylı bir şekilde yanıt vermiş. Şimdi birazcık da yağ mühendisi Red Bull takımının Sean Dunnett'ın sorularımıza verdiği yanıtları dinleyelim.
Sean Dunnett here, the ExxonMobil petroleum engineer for the Aston Martin Red Bull Racing team. Thanks for your questions today. You asked an interesting one about how do we approach an F1 weekend? Do we have different tactics for each track? With regards to the engine and the fuel, we supply the Aston Martin Red Bull Racing team not only with the fuel and oil, but also with greases, with pit gun oil, and also sort of small niche products that they use in some of the assembly of their car as well. Unfortunately, when it comes to the oils and the fuels that we use, the FIA, the governing body of the sport, have quite strict regulation on how many different blends and how many different upgrades we can bring them to the track. Currently, and also going into the 2021 season, that's actually only one different blend per year. We'd love to blend different oils and fuels for, say, different altitudes, different temperatures, so that we could give an added benefit to the Aston Martin Red Bull Racing team. But unfortunately we can't. But by doing that, we create a product in our Mobil 1 oil, which is very similar in the sense to actually our commercial product ranges. For instance, you can't change the oil in your car when you go into a winter period. You tend to have the same oil all the way through. So the oils that we create for the Aston Martin Red Bull team perform well in all environments, whether it be at high altitude, high temperatures. And the way that we blend out the additive packages we use, the base stocks that go into the oil, really give the car the best end performance at every track. What we can do, however, is at tracks such as, say, Monaco, such as Singapore, where there are a lot of corners, a lot of gear changes, up to, I think it's a gear change every about 1.8 second going around some of those tracks. So of course, lots of the wear analysis on the oil that we do at the track, we can look at those different metals and we can increase the number of samples we take from the car to look for any abnormal trends in the gearbox oil, due to the fact that some of those tracks, the wear rate we expect to be higher. Similarly, at tracks like Spa, Nürburgring and also Silverstone in the UK, they're very high power tracks. And at those sort of tracks, we tend to look at the engine oil far more. So we take more samples from the car, we look at the viscosity of the oil, how that's changing. And for a track like Turkey as well, Turkey's a really nice circuit. It's taken lots of the best features of tracks from around the world. So it's a bit of a mismatch. Lots of tight corners, lots of fast straights, So I think really we have to look at the whole package here. We have to really pay close attention to the gearbox oil, the engine oil in our analysis and our feedback to the engineers.
Bu video benim için özel yeri olan bir video, tahmin edersiniz ki. Bugüne kadarki desteğiniz için size de teşekkür ederim. Başka videolarda görüşmek üzere.